Wait, niemand sit geraak. So we said determine if y is equal to x minus 5 is a tangent to the circle x squared minus 4x plus y squared is equal to 5. Toe het ons gesê, we're going to go and substitute that in because if it's a tangent, it means that they touch, nee? So op daai punt gaan hulle mos gelyk wees aan mekaar. So ek kon dit gaan instel. Okay, right. So if I go substitute that in, we gaan nou daar sien. Right, so I substituted in that value of y, nee? And then I multiplied out those two brackets. Nou gaan ek gou alles een kant toe vat. So it would be 2x squared minus 14x plus 20 is equal to 0. Nee, ek het alles links gevat and just simplified. Now I've got a normal trinomial. So you could take out common factor of 2, and then I'm going to factorize, and I'm going to get x minus 5, x minus 2 is equal to 0, meaning x will be 5, or x will be 2. Nee, maar if it's a tangent, how many times would it touch the circle? Once. So how many values for x should I have? 1. And in this case, I have 2, meaning this is not a tangent. It would be a, dit gaan 'n snylyn wees. Nee, it cuts through the circle. When it, kyk gou, when it cuts through the circle, it would have 2 values for x. But when it's a tangent, it will only have 1 value for x. So you can say, therefore, daar's 2 snypunte. Wat is 'n snypunt nou weer in Engels? Is it just cutting point? Is daar nie 'n mooier woord vir dit? There's 2 intercepts, and because there's 2 x intercepts, it means that it cannot be a tangent. So, therefore, not.
And E1 room 19, and E1 room 19, please.
Not a tangent. Nee, onthou, die vraag het oorspronklik vir my gevra. Determine if that is a tangent to the circle. Nee, hulle sal nie vir jou vra bepaal of dit 'n koord is. Hulle gaan eerder vir jou vra, sou dit dan nou koorde 4 ook A, B, C, D, sê maar vorm of iets in daai lyn. Ja. Okay. You guys good? Right, so that is how we prove whether it is a tangent. If there was one value for x, nee, dan beteken dit hy is 'n raaklyn, en as hulle wil hê die punt waar hulle mekaar raak, dan kan ek mos maar net daai x waarde gaan instel by of the straight line or the circle. Doesn't matter, because it's at the same point just to get the y value. You guys good with that? Okay, right. Kan ek maar gou, ek wil nog eenetjie gou doen. Can I skip? Okay, now I'm asking you to show if circle x plus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equal to 4. Toon aan dat cirkel daai aan hierdie volgende cirkel raak. So I'm asking you whether these two circles touch. So now I've got 3 different pictures here. I just want to quickly visually explain to you guys what I mean. So I'm basically asking, if this is what's happening. Nee, of die 2 sirkeltjies mekaar raak. Want as hulle mekaar raak, kom ons maak daai gou. That's midpoint. Nee, it might not completely look like it. And this is midpoint. Nee? Okay, so from A to the circumference here, that would be radius. Nee. En van hierdie omtrek af tot by daar gaan dit ook wees radius. Nou net om just to distinguish between the two, I'm going to make it a capital R. Nee? Okay, so if these two circles touch, then the distance of AB will be equal to big circle radius plus small circle radius. Do you guys agree? Want daai afstand gaan dieselfde wees as hierdie radius plus daai radius. Does that make sense? Okay, now, let's look at a different scenario. Let's look at these two. Wat nou? Kom ons maak hom weer AB. And we stick to that's radius and this is capital radius. Right, now, the distance here, distance of AB, gaan dit dieselfde wees as radius plus radius, of gaan dit groter wees, of gaan dit kleiner wees? Daai afstand, kyk gou, as ek hierdie stukkie plus daai stukkie vat, dis minder, nee. So the distance of AB will be greater than the two radiuses added, nee. Dan beteken dit, daai twee sirkels, hulle raak nie mekaar nie, hulle sny nie mekaar nie, hulle is ver weg van mekaar af. Do you guys understand that? Okay. Now what happens if they do actually not just touch, but if they overlap, like the one at the bottom? Daar sê, so dan van hier af tot daar. If this is A, that's B. Okay, so nou gaan die afstand van AB, dit gaan mos kleiner wees as R plus R. Do you guys understand? Nee, want as ek nou daai twee radiusse gaan bymekaar tel, gaan dit baie langer wees as wanneer hulle mos so overlap. Nee. So if the distance between those two midpoints is less than the two radiuses added, it means that your two circles overlap. If the distance is greater than the two radiuses added, it means the two circles are further spread apart. So hulle raak nie aan mekaar nie, hulle sny ook nie. If the distance is exactly the same, then they touch. Is julle reg daar? Okay. Nou by die vraag vra ek vir jou. Kyk vir my of daai twee sirkels mekaar raak. So we're going to work with this scenario on the left. Nee? So I'm going to work out the radius of each. I'm going to add them and see, would that be the same as the distance between the two midpoints? Nee? Okay, so kom ons kyk gou-gou. What would midpoint of this first circle be? Kom ons sê midpoint A. Dit gaan wees minus 3 and 4. Okay, nou kom ons sê, wat is die middelpunt van circle B? 0, 0. Okay, so now we want the distance of AB. Nou gaan stel ek mos in by my formule, nee? You guys fine with that? Nee? We go substitute it in. Okay, and that's going to give me minus 3 squared plus 4 squared. En dit geef my wortel 25. In other words, the distance is 5. Nee. Ons gaan nou, ja. Onthou, jy moet eers apart uitwerk distance, dan werk jy uit die radiusse en dan gaan vergelyk ons die twee antwoorde. Okay, right, nou, kyk gou-gou, kom, my plek is min, kom ons sê, radius, kom ons praat maar weer van A. What's the radius of this one? 2, nee, want onthou, daar is radius squared, is 4, so radius will just be 2. Okay, the radius of B, kyk gou-gou, B was gewees 9, maar dis mos radius kwadraat, so therefore radius would just be 3. So if I go add those two, Can you see it also gives me 5? No. So because the distance is 5 and the two radiuses added are 5, therefore they do touch. Nee, so jy kan sê die sirkels raak mekaar. Okay. Are we good? Any questions? Okay, dan ek gaan nou 'n gedeelte van die oefening gee vir huiswerk, nê? Want ek wil eers weer Dinsdag die ander stukkie verduidelik en dan gaan ons daai oefen. Okay, so you guys are going to have 3 point. Kan ek maar skiep? Iemand wat nog nie skryf? Okay. 2 en julle gaan doen 3.3 en dan 4 en 6. Gaan nou? 3.3, oh, dis page 197. Ek wil net gelaat lê. Ek gaan nou weer terug skiep hiernatoe. Ja? Sorry? Nee. Exercise 2. Sit hulle dit nog in die skryfbehoeftelys? I hope you didn't buy a new one for this year. Rarig. Drie punt 3, 4 en 6. So at number 3 you only do that one. No? But then the whole of number 4 and the whole of number 5. 6.
What's Monday? It's actually Sunday. Workers' Day. And that's some of you guys are open to work. You guys are close. You guys literally